Good evening. It's very late at night, and instead of being asleep, I am playing Novalogic's 1992 Comanche Maximum Overkill, a combat flight simulator. This one uses a voxel-based engine for all of the terrain, so we should see some quite detailed terrain, possibly less detailed enemy vehicles, and lack of detail on anything other than the terrain, but the terrain itself should look pretty cool. Create a new pilot. The green missions are available to us. The orange ones we need to unlock by completing the green missions. So we'll start with werewolves on patrol. We get a little briefing screen. Doesn't give us very much in the way of useful information.
All systems.
So this is a night mission. Green tinted night view. I'm playing on an Xbox controller, and my right stick acts as the throttle. Left stick pitches and tilts the helicopter. Looks like there might be enemies moving up ahead. I believe, yeah, we've got stingers, which I'm going to assume the anti-air missiles. Target, yeah, you can see. Camera view, bottom right. Yeah, camera view, bottom right shows locked on enemy. Zoom view. Looks like there's a few enemies this way. I don't know what the range on these stingers is.
Target destroyed.
Looks like we got one of them. I believe, yeah, I can also designate targets for my wingman. So I see my wingman over there. Attack that. Anti-air tank, shulker maybe.
Get that laser out of my face.
Yeah, accidentally attacked my wingman there. Just to see what would happen, obviously. Didn't seem very impressed, but this helicopter is still flying. Don't think there's any way for me to specifically only target air units, so let's switch to the Hellfire missiles.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Incoming. Target destroyed.
Fire it from the left.
Pull up! Watch it! Watch it! Pull up!
Probably shouldn't ram into the enemy helicopters, but looks like there's still quite a lot of them left.
Incoming.
Yeah, so the terrain looks really cool. Even the explosions look okay, but it's really quite hard to make out what the enemy units are. The zoomed in camera view that appears when I lock a target does seem to help. I seem to have destroyed my right monitor. Yeah, so the zoom views definitely let you know what you're looking at. But it'd be nice if I could tell what this was ahead of me.
Target destroyed.
There's
Target,
a lot ahead.
target destroyed. Target destroyed. Incoming.
The amount of guided ordnance to attack the ground targets.
Target destroyed.
damage. Don't seem to be very mobile anymore.
Mayday! Mayday! Mayday!
Doesn't look good. Memories celebrating my death. Okay, for this mission, it looks like I have to fight some tanks commanded by drunk tank crews. Assuming that means that they're gonna not put up a lot of resistance. There's no indication which direction I should be heading to find them.
Target destroyed.
It looks like the Hellfires actually switch target. If I switch, if I fire a Hellfire at one target and then switch to the next target, the first Hellfire hits the second target. So I have to wait until each target's been destroyed before I designate the next. Flying over an enemy now. See on the radar bottom left. Difficult to get visual on him. I guess I can actually contact the terrain. Didn't think that was possible. Seems to take a few more rockets to do the job, but if you can hit, they still work. This is as high as the game will let me fly. I think it's a optimization measure of the voxel engine. It's not that you see too far into the distance. Does mean it's quite hard to locate the enemies though. Should be another 5. Oh, I'm spotted on radar.
Incoming. Target destroyed. Incoming. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
I think we overflew one of them. Yep.
Incoming. Target destroyed.
Just leaves one tank hiding.
We did it! Let's head home.
It was quite straightforward. They did fire back, they didn't seem to fire very effectively though. I didn't get hit. Oh, I guess I did. Took 10% damage. So it's like an interesting mission. There's terrorists using Soviet tanks to destroy trees, and I need to stop the terrorists without damaging the trees. It's quite unique.
All systems target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Of course, the Hellfires can lock onto trees, it seems. It's ideal.
Target destroyed.
must be a better way of targeting enemies.
Incoming. Target.
Certainly I'd hope there was a way to
We did it.
target
Let's head home.
big screen trees. Oh, that was a very short mission. Did I save enough trees to win? I guess so. So yeah, I mean, it's a cool game. The terrain is interesting. It's nice to be able to duck, use the cover of the terrain. It would be nice to be able to fly higher, see a bit further, at least for spotting. But you can't. I mean, it makes sense from a gameplay perspective, having to actually navigate the terrain instead of just being able to fly over the top everywhere easily. I suspect there are performance considerations to why you're only able to fly slightly above the ground. The vehicles are quite hard to distinguish though. I expect that there's a reason why they're drawn the way they are. I don't know if they're using just standard sprites billboarded into the environment or if they're using some kind of like a semi-static voxel models. I think it's probably the sprites, and I think they're probably drawn that way to better to not visually clash with the terrain style, but it does make it quite hard to distinguish what you're looking at from any kind of distance. You've really got to get on top of people or use the camera to see what it is you're firing at. But that said, it's pretty fun, and it's nice to be able to have night missions, even if it is just the game tinted green with no sky. And there's all kinds of weird stuff in there, like protecting trees from terrorists. That's just not something you normally get in a flight sim, on a combat flight sim. Right, thanks for joining me. I'll be playing more late night MS-DOS games soon. Thanks.